Okay, if you're just tuning in, I need to know what city you're coming in from, what city, what state. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're representing. About to get into it. As y'all know, what really brought about this first half of this show was the fact that the guy that was with Nipsey Hussle the night that Nipsey got killed was arrested for hanging out with Nip. The guy was a felon. The guy's a felon. And one of his conditions of his parole is that he is not to be associating with known gang members. So they arrested the dude after the dude had served 25 years. Now the dude had done everything. His name is Kerry Latham. He had done everything to satisfy his conditions of his parole. Except he made the mistake of being in the company of Nipsey Hussle, who police identified as a gang member. Now, what's ironic is that Nipsey is, at the same time that Nipsey is being celebrated for his contributions to LA and being praised by the LA Police Department, they arrest the victim and charge him for hanging out with Nipsey Hussle. You see how that makes sense? So I wanted to do a show to talk about the unfairness of this so-called judicial system. The way they set it up is almost like, it's not almost, hell, straight up, they want you to fail because they just have way too many restrictions. They make it very hard for you to get employment, for you to get education, for you to get housing, for you to get medical assistance. They just make it hell for you. And it's obvious that they don't want to rehabilitate people. They don't want people to be rehabilitated. They want people to reoffend so they can lock them up again. Now that's apparent to me. I don't know any other way to put this. I can't even see it any other way, but it's a damn sham. It's a setup. It's a game. It's a scam that they're running. And a dead man can see this. A dead man can see what's going on. The system is totally rigged. It is not for people to get out and pull themselves together, especially the poor. Now, if you go into that system and you come out of there with a bachelor's degree, if you get your education before or you get your education while you're in there, and you got a bachelor's degree, you cool. But if you come out of there with these other jobs or whatever, or if you ain't got any type of skills, man, you out of here. You out of here. You're not even getting in on an entry-level position job. That's the way it is. Let me give some shout outs and then we'll get into it. I'm gonna get my first guest on the phone, Aria Jones, and she's gonna try to help us weave through this horrible legal web of betrayal, because that's what it is. They're betraying the American people. Patrick Peterson, Montgomery, Alabama. What's up, Pat? Enraged Stoic, Motown in the building. What's up, Ray Ray? It's all about the money. You got that right. Edward Barnes, DC, up in the building. Trox said the system is set up for us to fail. You got that right. H-Town in here. Southeast H-Town, Ray Ray. What's good, Solar Gut? Frederick B. Y'all let me know what city, what state. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're coming in from. What country are you representing? Sassy Walker. What's up, Cleveland? What's up, Dave Miller? TT, what it do? Austin, Texas in the building. Ice Cold Brother, East St. Louis in the building. Harold Williams, what it do? Lafayette. What's up, Los Angeles? Rich A. Kelly Horton, Phoenix in the building. Oak Cliff up in here. Axon, what's up, Axon? Cool C, what it do? I see Columbus, Georgia in here. Florida. Who was that? Leonard Wilson. What's up, Leonard? ATL. H-Town Anthony, I see you. What's up, Kenyatta? Baltimore in the building. Love Box. What up, Love Box? Shreveport checking in. Little small towns checking in back to back. Dixon, Texas. What's up? Yeah. Yeah, all of that count. Small towns, man. Can't sleep on the small towns. Some of our biggest success stories come out of small towns. Fort Wayne. What's up, Fort Wayne? Chattanooga, Tennessee. Chattanooga, Tennessee in the building. So let's get first guest on the phone, Aria Jones. Let's make this happen, y'all. Let's get going.
Hello?
Audia.
Yes.
You're on Willie D Live. You're inside the family meeting. What's up?
What's going on? I'm glad to be here.
Beautiful, beautiful. I appreciate you joining us now. And let's get right into it. Now,
okay.
You served as a prosecutor in Harris County for how long?
For 4.5 years.
For 4.5 years.
Yes.
And can you tell us, why is it so difficult for ex-convicts to come out and re-enter?
Yeah, so essentially, you got to look back to the roots and the origins of where the criminal justice system was started. And if we look even at Harris County and just throughout the country, our system is created to essentially trap the individuals that get caught in its web. When we look at this situation going on with Kerry Lathan, unfortunately, this is more of the norm than the exception. Mm-hmm. And what the laws set up to do, and we have a lot of laws that are on the books, but we don't enforce a lot of them. So right. Essentially we have a criminal justice system that's run by people who are not perfect, and every human being, there are no human beings that are perfect, so what you're going to get is an imperfect system. And we have people that are picking and choosing which laws to enforce them, and we know that they disproportionately target people of color, communities of color. We know that they disproportionately target individuals that are drug addicted, have mental health issues, and that are homeless or suffer from poverty. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. We have an individual who served his time. He, essentially 25 years in prison, gets shot trying to get a job, trying to, do the right thing after getting out. And they link him to someone who admit, hey, I used to be a gangbanger, but now I'm a gang member, and but it's doing the right thing for the community. It's doing the right things, and it's trying to go the right way. So they did not need to enforce that law against him. So that you can pick and choose what you want to enforce.
So why do they put these laws? So why do they put a law like that on the book in the first place, where they say you can't be around a felon if you're a felon? You can't be around any felons, or you can't be around a gang member, when they know when you put your address in there, you have to tell where you're going to be staying at when you parole. And they know that address alone is going to put you in close proximity of gang members. They know that you can just step outside of your house and speak to your neighbor. They catch you standing on the corner with your neighbor talking, or at the end of your driveway talking to your neighbor. They can actually revoke your parole right there. And what do you do when people have siblings or parents or children that might be a felon? Like, it's really, it's really sad that they have so much latitude to whereas they can just decide whether they want to enforce it or not, because as you said, they typically don't enforce that law. It seems like they just got it in place just in case they want to get you and they can't get you on anything else.
Correct. So just to answer your initial question, why do they have it on the books? I personally, I don't know why, right? But I can tell you the kind of residual effects that it's had. So what something like that has an effect like that, essentially it continues to destabilize that same individual that already got caught in the system. Whether they what they did and now they're trying to get on their feet. And like you said, they may have a family member, a brother, sister, somebody who's offering to let them stay with them that may be gang affiliated. Now, essentially, when you destabilize that individual, you continue to destabilize them, they become destabilized for the community as a whole, and they get trapped in that same criminal system that they tried to get out of. So, it's a combination of a few things. We have privatized jails. We have privatized facilities where someone's making money off of individuals that are, the more individuals that go to jail, somebody is their pockets are getting loaded.
Right.
That's one thing to take into consideration. The second thing, everybody that's listening on this to Willie D Live right now, you can understand how important it is for local politics to understand the people you're voting for, the people that you're putting in these positions to make these decisions. I don't know Willie D announced it, but I'm running for Harris County District Attorney, and not just that position, but positions as a whole locally. So the presidential race, everything like that's well and good, right? You want to get out and vote. But the important thing that controls our day-to-day activities and what goes on and who goes to jail and whose life is affected by what policies, that's local politics at its finest. And so, it's a combination, like I said, of a few things, knowing, who's in these local offices, who's making these decisions. And then a second thing is, you have the privatized jails, you have the privatized systems, and the people that they are essentially employing and what policies they're putting in place that do continue to target the same exact people, the same people we continue to see that are caught in the criminal justice system, Blacks, Hispanics, typically people of color, people that come from low-income neighborhoods, right? So it just continue to victimize those same people.
So how do we change that dynamic when the system is just so stacked against the people, especially the poor people and especially Black people? The major problem with racial profiling in the Black communities. So how do you change that when you have 2.4 million people, citizens, that's incarcerated, and then you have another 7 million that are either on parole or probation? You have a total of 7 million that's on parole, probation, or incarcerated. So how do you fight that when the system is getting more and more expensive, but less and less effective?
Yeah, that's a good question. So the statistics you just gave are actually, countrywide, right, throughout the United States.
Right.
Even looking at Harris County, I know a lot of people are from different areas that are watching right now, but in Harris County, it's important to know that we file over 100,000 charges every year against individuals in Harris County. For our Black people on this call that are watching this right now, we make up 19% of the Harris County population overall, just living in Harris County. But we make up 50% of the jail population. For Hispanics, they're 42% of the general population. They make up 35% of the jail population. So what we're essentially saying is the way to combat something like this is to essentially elect somebody that you know is going to work for the best interest and that's going to apply the law evenly, right? So we're not saying that if you commit a crime or somebody commits a crime, they should just get off scot-free, but make sure that it's applied evenly. Because what we have right now is a system that is applying the law unfairly, unjustly, and unevenly based off of a person's race, based off of their socioeconomic status or the amount of money that they have in their pocket. And it's wrong. You know, it goes against everything that we know as human beings. Because I can't even say this is a broken criminal justice system. So many people are like, oh, it's broken, it's broken. But think about it. If you're on a bike and a part is broken, that bike is not going too far. But you have a system that's working a certain way and it continues to target the same people, that system is not broken. It's working the way it was originally designed to work. Mm-hmm. So it's important to put people in places and positions where they can affect and say, hey, we're not gonna enforce a law like that, or we're not gonna go forward and revoke this person's parole. That's a decision that a prosecutor can make. That is a decision that can be made, whether someone's probation is revoked. You don't have to revoke it. That's an option. Mm-hmm. You know, criminal trespass that's generally charged against homeless people. You don't have to take those charges at intake. And when I say intake, when an officer arrests somebody, they call into the district attorney's office and they say, hey, will you accept these charges? If the charges are behind, that person has to be released. If they're accepted, that person has been brought to jail. So that decision is essentially, that power is within the hands of the district attorney's office. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Is meaningful reform even possible under the current political climate? Like, a lot of people are saying, like, you know, I hear, like, you have somebody like Kamala Harris, you know, her whole, in my opinion, hustle has always been, well, I'm going to change the game from the inside. I got to get on the inside to change it. And then when she got inside, you know, she really stuck it to Black folks. So what do you say to people that say, you can't change this type of system because, like you say, it's working the way it was made, it was designed to work. And if you go in there thinking that you're going to change it or trying to change it, something could happen to you.
Yeah, I think, you know, it can definitely be fixed. Let me do that. It needs to be rebuilt. When I say that the current system, the way it is right now, it would need to be rebuilt from the ground up. Like, we need to look at the way we're applying the laws. We need to look at the way it's being enforced. We need to look at what laws need to be enforced and who they're being enforced against. Are we working with community organizations to really target the core issues that a lot of the individuals that are getting jailed are facing? Right. So, you know, you talk about getting on the inside. I think, you know, from my personal experience, having been a former prosecutor, what it allowed me to see is day in and day out, Willie, what I saw is the same type of people coming in courtroom every single day. Mm-hmm. And I challenge anybody. It's a public place. You can always go into court. If you have some free time, go to the juvenile facility. They're all in the same area. You go to the juvenile courthouse. You go to the misdemeanor courthouse. You go to the felony courthouse. You'll see the same groups of people that are in there every single day. And 77% of the people that are charged with crime are charged with nonviolent, usually low-level drug-related offenses. Mm-hmm. And that's in Harris County. So we know that. You know, why do we continue to destabilize these people by sticking them into jail? Why do we continue to disintegrate these communities, right? So why don't we pair these individuals that have these issues? And not to mention, Harris County, our largest mental health facility is the jail. You know, and that's not what the jail was designed for. So what we need to do is rebuild the criminal justice system, focus our energy on the things that are important to keeping us all safe in the community, because we all want to be safe, but there's a way to do it without essentially destabilizing individuals that don't need to be destabilized. We target the violent offenses, the violent offenders, which really only make up about 25% of the population here. And then for the people that are the other 77% that are sitting in jail, losing their jobs, losing access to housing, losing access to their children. Like you said, a lot of them come out and they're not able to live in certain areas, which is usually the only area that they can afford to live in. The way we do that by partnering with community organizations, community local businesses, people like yourself, people like Trade the Truth, people that actually want to see change made, that want to help individuals. And let's uplift each other. But there's a way that it can absolutely be done. I just think it needs to be rebuilt. The way it's going is wrong.
I'm on the phone right now with Aria Jones. She is running for Harris County District Attorney out here in the Houston and surrounding areas. I mean, how far does how much territory does that actually cover?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Anybody that is in Harris County, lives in Harris County, that goes from Cy-Fair, Cypress, that goes all the way down to the south side. It's a large area. Right. We're the third largest county in the country. So
right. So here's a big one. Everybody wants to know, when are you guys going to start doing something? I ain't gonna say you guys because you're not in there yet, but when, but if elected, how do you discipline dirty cops, especially cops who are out here just gunning down Black people left and right? How do you know, especially innocent people, how do you discipline a dirty cop without getting the union to turn against you? Because if you got the union against you, the police, I think the police union is too powerful. I think the government has allowed them to become too powerful. And they got a way of, trying to intimidate people, even elected officials. And they've turned their back. It's like remember when the cops in New York turned their back on the chief of police out in New York? So they got too much power. We're stroking their checks. They get paid off the taxpayers and they're killing us with impunity. And you guys are supposed to keep them in check. The prosecutors, the lawmakers are supposed to keep them in check, but it's like they're not being checked. They're not being held accountable for their actions, but they want everybody else to be held accountable for their actions. So how do you discipline them, make sure that they're punished severely, where actually punished in the same manner as the other citizen is punished, and at the same time stay in good graces with the union and other fellow police officers?
Yeah, and I think that's a great question. I think the thing is, this whole thought that it has to be, we have to be in the good graces. We don't owe anything. The only thing we owe anything to are the citizens that we are sworn to protect, right? And I think that's the first issue. We have elected officials and we have a current administration that they feel like they have to stay in good graces, and that's a faux belief. That's a faux system that people have gone towards. It's about creating a system that's equal. That means, and we hold everybody equally accountable, regardless of title, regardless of name, regardless of where you come from or how much money you have, regardless if you have a badge on or you have a badge off. It is equal and it needs to be transparent. It can absolutely be done from day one. At the end of the day, it comes down to, do you have the political courage? Because the district attorney's office, it's not a long arm extension of law enforcement or the police. Those are two completely separate entities. But this is what I said, as far as we have created, we have a system right now that is designed to target and work against certain communities. And the thing is, that's one of the pieces, is that for too long we have district attorney's offices that have acted as long arm extensions of the police, and that's not what it is. We are completely separate entities, and I think it is time for us to start maneuvering that exact way. So if we're going to say we're going to hold A accountable for doing X, we need to hold B, C, D, E, F, G accountable for doing X. Right? So it doesn't matter. So going in, I have I'm not beholden to any organizations or any specific political entity. At the end of the day, the only thing we're beholden to is serving the members of our community, making sure that people are safe, and making sure that the victims don't continue to get victimized, and that would include people who get caught in the criminal justice system and those who are actually affected by crime. So, that's all it takes. From day one, getting into that office, I can say, hey, and we've already said that's one of my platforms, is to say everybody will be held equally accountable under the law, with or without a badge. It does not matter, because we are all human beings. There's no life more important or less important than the next person next to you, regardless of what you look like or where you come from.
let's say you get in. Let's say you win and you become the next district attorney for Harris County.
Okay.
What is your very first task? What is the thing that, well, I'm gonna put it like this, not your very first task, your most important task that you wanna execute first?
That's a good question. I think the first thing getting in there is to establish a good system of leadership. I think it starts there. And the reason that's important is because when you have a good leadership and somebody that puts policies into place that I guess determines how cases are prosecuted, because the prosecutors are the ones that are going out there and determining, what are the recommendations I'm giving? What are the offers I'm giving? Am I giving this person that is, looks like me? Am I giving them 2 years and giving someone that doesn't look like me 5 years? Let's make sure that we have trained our prosecutors to look past the biases, but we need to be realistic and put stuff on the table and say, we have hired prosecutors that don't typically look like the population that's targeted by the criminal justice system. How do we get past that? How do we ensure that this is a transparent system, that it's equal, right? So the first thing is training the people that are the first line of defense that you come to in the criminal justice system. I think that's the most important thing. And making sure that they're trained and that they're not just going off of their own feelings or what they've seen or their interactions with a certain community of people. The second thing is eliminating the oppressive cash bail system. We have a cash bail system, a big fight that's going on right now. We have the misdemeanor courts have already undertaken it. There's a lawsuit that's being filed against the felony courts because we have some people that are committing the same exact crimes, but some people are getting out because they have money in their bank accounts and others that aren't. Now, again, the people who disproportionately can't get out are people of color and people that are poor. So that's another way to very quickly bring it back into balance. And then looking at the type of crimes that we're actually prosecuting, that's huge. This possession of marijuana is huge. We have people that are profiting, becoming millionaires and billionaires off of marijuana. Mm-hmm. And on the flip side, you look and we have these people that are typically minority that are sitting in prison and jail for the exact same thing, right? So how do we bring that back into balance? Are we going to continue to prosecute that? Or are we going to say, there's certain things we're looking at right now, we haven't put into, submitted it yet, but as soon as we do, we'll send it over to you. But looking at, are we going to continue to prosecute possession of marijuana? Are we going to continue to prosecute criminal trespass? Because typically those are homeless people. There's certain criminal trespass cases that we're looking at no longer prosecuting, when it doesn't affect a dwelling or it's not a violent encounter. And also looking at other cases like resisting arrest. Those are some, I guess, just to give you the top three, those are some of the main issues that we're looking at. And just meeting with every single individual that's going to come face to face with anybody in our community, making sure that their head is on straight and we have the correct people in the district attorney's office to carry that out.
What can we do about the grand jury? The grand jury, in my opinion, I call the grand jury a clan jury, because all you have on there is a bunch of white folks, and there's not any diversity on that. And so when you want to indict somebody, you have to present the case to the grand jury, right or wrong?
In a felony case, yes, you have to present it to a grand jury.
Okay, so the felony cases are the most egregious cases. These are the most serious cases. These are life and death type of situation cases. And so,
not all of them, but yes,
well,
yes, that is fair.
Well, when I say life and death, when I say life, I mean it could affect a person's livelihood.
Correct.
These felonies. So we're talking about, you give this case to the grand jury, and, if the grand jury look like the regular jury that are not our peers, then oftentimes we're not operating from a level playing field. America was built on racism. So from the time the Europeans came to America, it's been about racism. So the grand jury, the juries, they often reflect it's pretty much disproportionate anytime you walk into a courthouse. There's never been one case in America of an all-black jury judging a white person, not even for a traffic ticket. But you can name several cases of all-white jury prosecuting, we're not gonna say prosecuting, but convicting a black person or judging, standing in judgment of a black person. And it's like, that's just the way it is, it's no big deal. But America, I believe in each one of these cities, they have to be, you know, depending on what the race of the person who is the defendant and the person that's doing the judging, it makes a difference in America, because people sit on those jurors and in those jury boxes, and they bring their own prejudices, biases, and convictions, you know? And so if that person it comes in there with that type of attitude, then you already know that the way that they decide to indict is also going to be reflective of their political and social views. So what do we do? Is there any type of movement, or do you know of any type of movement in which you have, which you put into your own agenda, which you have the power to do something about the complexity of or the complexion and complexity of the grand jury, because that's a huge problem.
Oh, of course, and you know, you made an important point. Now, that is outside of the jurisdiction of the district attorney, right? But it's important to know when we're saying let's dismantle and rebuild this criminal justice system, it is moving parts, right? We have the judges, which we just had that, you know, it looks like Harris County brought in a new era as far as the types of judges that they're electing. Now we're looking at, right, we're diversifying the candidate for the district attorney. I believe I'm the first woman of color to actually run for district attorney in Harris County. And then, you know, you have to look at the third part, which I believe is either the county clerk or the county clerk that would handle, and I believe, I'm not for certain, but I know it's not the jurisdiction of the district attorney, but they determine, you know, who's selected for jury duty, who gets selected for the grand jury. And you're right, that is a huge issue that a lot of people are not aware of. So one of the things, you know, is outside of my jurisdiction, one of the things I put also on my platform is that if it's anything that continues to imbalance the criminal justice system, I will advocate against it. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I'm saying it's outside of my jurisdiction. That does not stop me from using my platform, you know, if I'm to get elected as Harris County District Attorney, to say, hey, I disagree with the way that jurors are being selected right now. Mm-hmm. And, you know, that voice is important. It's important to use the platform we have to voice the concerns. Because if that person or this person that we selected to represent the community doesn't do it, who's going to do it? Mm-hmm. Or who's going to do it that people are actually going to listen to? So again, it's outside of that jurisdiction, but one of the things is definitely getting out there and advocating on behalf of or against certain policies that continue to disproportionately target certain communities. Right.
Yeah. So where do we go from here?
So where we go from here is, you know, just come out. If you guys can be part of this, if you know anybody that's been affected by the criminal justice system, even if you don't, 3 out of 4 individuals that are people of color are usually have some kind of interaction with the criminal justice system. If you're here in Harris County, if you're not, go to my webpage, check it out, www.audiajones.com. That's AUDIA Jones. JONES.com. Follow us on Instagram at Audia, AUDIA 4FORDA. And come out, you know, get your boots on the ground. We're going out talking to people in the community, most communities that are a lot of times skipped over, but are the most affected by our current criminal justice system. Mm-hmm. We're getting feedback. We're listening to people's input. We're getting fresh new faces out there. If you've been trying to have a voice, you haven't had a voice please join our campaign. We're looking for you. We have some great individuals that are working on our campaign, people who have directly been affected by the criminal justice system. One young lady we have working with us is Coretta Brown. She's an amazing young lady, actually spent 8 years in prison. Like, she actually got her degree while she was in prison, and still to this day, even though she's a great advocate, works super hard for the community, still has issues, having that on her record.
Right.
So, if you are one of those people, if you're not, but if you know that person, come out, get involved. It is so important with this local politics. So important. So please just follow us on Instagram and Facebook, Audia for DA. Get involved. Continue to listen to people like Willie D. He's not steering you wrong. Continue to get informed. Look for that information, because knowledge is power. Don't look for anybody to give it to you. Go find it. Empower yourself. And by doing that, we empower each other in our community. And
you have something coming up on April 30th.
Yes, we have a fundraiser. Our campaign kickoff fundraiser is going to be on April 30th. Again, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. All the information will be out there. It's going to be 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I believe it's going to be at Culture. So if you guys can come out there, that would be great, and get involved.
Yeah, and I'm also going to host a fundraiser for her within the next couple of weeks. So y'all make sure y'all come out and support that. Well, that's next week. No, and within the next few weeks, put it like that. I'll let you know if you're in the Houston area. I'll make sure that you guys know what's up. Y'all make sure y'all come on out. But this is where it all starts at, y'all. Everything starts locally, man. Think about anybody who's ever made any change in anything. It starts locally. It does not start on a national stage. Everything starts locally, including your livelihood, your freedom, your future, your children's future, everything. The seeds are planted locally first. And you gotta get involved on this local side, man. Anybody telling you anything different, I can guarantee you, they leading you in the wrong, they leading you down the wrong paths, man. So thank you, Audia, for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Willie.
And it's going down. The family meeting continues in a moment. You dig? I'm gonna give out some shout outs. Y'all let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're coming in from. All right, Audia, thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Man, I like that. That was good. That was very, very informative. I hope y'all got some information out of there. Even though she's running for DA in Houston, that information that she just gave up can be used on a national level. It doesn't matter where you are. You need to pay attention to what's going on in your local elections. These judges, these DAs and stuff, y'all notice you never hear anything about those type of races, but that's what determines your quality of living more than anything. You got to get on your game. You got to get involved on that local side, man. Plus, your local people going to be more accessible to you than trying to, go out there and support a president or something like that who ain't really nothing but a figurehead. You ain't. How many of you guys have actually like shook hands or greeted a judge, or actually know a judge personally, or have met a DA personally, or the chief of police personally? But some of you probably ain't never ever been 100 feet, 100 yards in front of the president of the United States, and definitely haven't met him. So this is where it go down at first, man. This is where it kicks out first. Coming up in a few moments, I'm gonna have Corey Holcomb on the line, and we're gonna go in on this topic of men who are kept. These men out here who say, man, I'm a house husband and I want to get paid. I was taking care of all the business and I supported her and her business, and she went out and she made millions, and now she's trying to leave me and she don't want to give me any of that money. I want some of that money, man. So we're going to have a discussion about that. And I want to know where you guys stand at on that also. Shout out's coming up right now. So, yeah. Ray 214, what up? What up, DJ Gemini? Let's see. Kim the Muse, what up? Okay, that was a great interview. Please continue to feed the people knowledge. Thank you, Kim. Let's see. Dre Boy says in Memphis. Alicia Bronson, great live. Appreciate you, Alicia. C. Mill, Brooklyn in the house. What's up, Victor Rodriguez? Thank you, man. Central Cali. What up? What up, B Braveheart? Let's see. I don't know, Alston, Cricket Cops, Malashi, I think that's Malashi. Hats off, Coretta Brown. Harold Williams is game, bro, but I think we waking up slowly, though, how the system works. ZV, private prisons are run better, though. That's like saying the cops in Brown wear the brown uniform, they don't beat us as much as the cops that wear the blue uniforms. KK Michelle, what up, St. Louis? I think there's something wrong with what's going on with my live, man. Because I think something's going on with my live. Because my people are not here like they normally are. And with numbers are way off. Okay, Christopher Charles. What up? What's up, Queen Jet Black? Hey, fam. Ephraim Rising. You do it to make and catalog us. Erica Hooper. What up? Nikki Lynn. Vote straight up. Gary Graves says, none of these politicians are worth anything. Audia says she ain't a politician. Michael Tate, free Richard King. Sarah Q, peace family. Who is this? Paul Mitchell, Stigma. Kevin Isom, Flint Town. Dean Winchester, Congo in the building. What's up, Congo? Lavonda Andre, KC in the building. Fee Washington, Arkansas checking in. BZ Rock, let's say from a hood near you. Armani Q Fields says, unless you are convicted of a crime, slavery never went away. Think about that clause of the white slave owner's constitution. Are you hip? What sound like one of them dudes from the 70s, are you hip? Think about that white slave owner's constitution. Are you hip? We got to get back at them jive turkeys. I got the brothers getting the brothers together, and we gonna roll up. J.A. sending love from Jersey. C. Mill, Brooklyn, New York in the building. Cool C, New York in the building back to back. Leon Shirt, what's up? East Boogie in Indiana. What's Timothy Grice, City Gas in the building. The Bay all the way. Norfolk, Virginia, Pure Genius. Just Black Swan, Lawrence, Kansas. Anthony, H-Town. J. King, H-Town in the house. Ronald Rideau. Rideau, that's Rideau. Ronald Rideau. Columbus, Georgia. Michael Johnson, Boxing Talk and more, San Diego. What up, Mike? Let's see, I got Corey Holcomb coming up in a minute, y'all. Don't want to miss Corey. Me and Corey have some conversations, man. We can't even, some of the conversations we have, we can't ever let anybody hear. Rich A, it's a setup, it's a system. Harold Williams said, well, that's how it usually ends up. Harold Starr says, man, I'm at Cleveland, Ohio. I done lost 10 years of my life to this corrupt system. I'd have seen it from the inside to the outside, middle side. It's not going to change. It's a money racket. It seems to be a general consensus. David Dickinson, Richmond, California in the building. C. Mill know what time it is, 5150 checking in. Oscar Wright, Big O from Hinesville, Georgia in the building. Y'all make sure y'all smash up the likes, hit that like button. I got too many people on here to only have those few likes. Hit that button. Smash up the likes. You gotta say local elections are key. And Ray Stoic says, it's so corrupt. I don't feel votes matter any longer, if ever. It's real simple, y'all. This voting thing is so simple. To vote or not to vote. All you gotta do, certain things are just very, very just simple. If voting did not count, why do they spend so much money on trying to stop you from voting? Why do they lie, cheat, and steal so much to try to stop you from voting? Why do they even try to kill people, prevent them from voting? Oh, it counts. Now, trying to maintain the integrity of the system to make sure they ain't cheating, because they will cheat. That's a whole different story, but it counts. Especially on the local side. You better get very familiar with your chief of police and your judges and your DA, your comptroller, your city comptroller, your superintendents. Better get familiar with them people. It matters. What up, Gail from Michigan? Nat Turner, the Gat Burner, says $5,000 a month is enough for one child. I don't care how much money the man makes. Who agrees with that? 5,000 is enough. It's $5,000 enough for one child. Hell, I know a lot of adults who can eat off $5,000 a month. That's a lot of money. Big Fella Records, USA, salute. Shreveport in the building. Las Vegas, Richard Jose, what up? Amos Ogun, Dallas, Texas in the building. Yeah, I don't know what that is, Ray. Yeah, my numbers. Yeah, it just went past 192. I don't know what's up with that, man. Like, normally there's a lot more people watching. YouTube do have filters and they got haters. So I don't know. Nikki Lynn, what up, Milwaukee? Milwaukee get love all day long. There go Rolo 45 over the water in Frankfurt, Germany. That's what's up. Frankfurt's in the house. Hey, if y'all writing in all caps, I'ma miss it. Reading in all caps make my head hurt. I feel like you're screaming at me. So if you're writing in all caps, I am going to miss your message. Tony Battle says, my family would be rich with straight 5 stacks. 8 O's. American descendants of slaves. Tribal official, the tribe official, John F. Kansas, Kansas City. Who was that? Somebody say, hell, Trumpy, man, get your ass out of here. We don't mess with that dude around here. Get your ass out of here. My moderators, where y'all at? Man, y'all ain't on y'all job. How y'all let me see that? I was not supposed to see that. Yeah, so what else we got here? We got Jet Black, Oakland, California in the house. Oakland, California in the house. Let's get Corey on the phone. See what's up. It's the family meeting, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all recognize every Monday night, 7:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. We going in. Jamal Tablet, what's up? Appreciate you. Keep up the good work. I noticed a lot of Black channels getting their ad revenue back because of the fight. But appreciate you, homie. Yeah. So let's get Corey on the phone. This is my dog right here, man. Corey.
What up?
What's up, man?
You got it?
Say, now look here, man. You know my pastor be listening to this show. So
you already the messed it.
yeah, man. So yeah, we're gonna try to keep them them little words right there. You know what the words is, man. You know what I'm talking about. We got them stop words, man. You know, everything else is a go though.
Okay, Willie, I
I got say, man, you know it's something different when I got to warn somebody about their language.
I'm a client, physically.
Corey, what's up, baby boy? Man, Corey, how you feel about these dudes out here, man, that's asking for money? You know, like the dudes is saying, hey, you know, I want to get paid because I kept the children while you were at work, or we ain't got no children, but I held the house down and I made love to you and cooked for you and inspired you while you went out there and made the money, and now I won't have. What say to you about this, man?
So Willie, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
So listen to me, brother. You already know we live in a country where principles are non-existent. Okay, It's not a lot of guys out here who got a set of principles that they not gonna cross. You know, like, look, man, this is my manhood. You testing it. You cannot have that. We don't live in that type of country, man. So I'm not surprised if a dude is trying to get child support. I'm not surprised if a dude is trying to get alimony, because they have no principles. And the way, they was brought up, they probably was brought up by somebody who taught them that.
Right. Right.
I mean, because like we always try to take the blame away from the ladies, but ladies, your son has been feminized by observing your behavior, and this is all he knows. So what you think he gonna do? Every once in a while, you have the elites. Those are the only people who don't go with whatever the system is saying what you're supposed to do. I call them you elite. You know what I mean? You don't need the system to survive.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't that many guys out here that don't need the system to survive, man. Look, if you got a woman in child support, or if you got a woman in alimony, that means you like a woman. Because most men, man, I'm talking about men, they so busy on their thing, they ain't got time to worry about what that woman doing.
What you think? Are you up on the game as far as like you up to speed on this Jennifer Hudson thing, where her husband, where she refused financial support to David Otunga after they split up?
Look, man, I know dude from playing basketball up to 24-hour fitness in LA. When he married her, I knew it was a hustle.
Right.
Because, he ain't had, that acting thing is that's cold hustle there, because you might not never get no real money. But he got up under her while she was hot. And the truth is, even though Jennifer Hudson lost weight, I know them elbows missing when she let her arm down. So,
man.
I'm just saying, I knew he was hustling, because out here in LA, most of them guys go after a certain look on a woman, which I really don't feel like that's something I agree with. But I'm saying they go after a certain look. So when I saw him with Jennifer Hudson, I was like, oh, that's the hustle. Even if she lose weight, them elbows still missing.
What about him? His claim of saying his reasoning for wanting the money besides just the house. He said that he took care of her 9-year-old son. So he feel like he's supposed to get paid.
You know what, Willie? It's legit. Jennifer Hudson is a party girl. She liked to run the street.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But he knew what he was getting into, and the way the system worked out here, whoever got the most money, when you break up with somebody, you the one who get ran through the mud. Just because you did better than them. And they can say all kind of reasons why they ain't doing better than you. He wouldn't have been doing better than her if he would have never met her.
Huh.
It's a million dudes like that out here in LA. I call them little red boys. They come out here, somebody told them they cute or something, or they might have some different looking eyes or something. They come out here, and then they find out, oh, it's a lot of us out here. So what they do, they find the missing elbow chicks. They get with them. Fortunately for him, he found one that get lit on the music side. So, you know what I'm saying? This is nothing new to me out here. But I could never be in court arguing over nothing that got to do with spousal stuff or baby mama stuff. I leave that to the bros, man.
Right.
Y'all run us to court because you bitter, because you know, even without you, I still rise. That's how I feel. I'm like, this is a hater move, what you doing. You hate to see me doing good because I ain't with you.
Yeah.
Now, if a man is doing that, that says something about his sexuality, if you ask me.
Uh-huh. With dude, he kind of, he ain't, he don't really look right anyway, though,
That's what I'm saying. We all,
Yeah.
That's what it is. But Jennifer Hudson ain't gonna turn that down because she wanted a baby that didn't look like her line of people before. Same thing happened with Venus. They don't want kids that look like them in their family.
Hmm.
Yeah. They want kids that look like them red boys. And them babies come out, little boys don't want to never look pacified though, and you don't even think nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Little boy like the pacifier. You know, any child is a male, it should be a cutoff age for the pacifier.
Mm-hmm.
I can't have no. Man, look, it should be a cutoff age. I say 4 months. You can't have no pacifier no more. You ever seen a 4-month-old or a 6-month-old or a 9-month-old baby suck a pacifier? It just don't look right. They be crying, and as soon as you put it in their mouth, they be like, hey, get that thing out my son's mouth. You don't need no, let him cry before you put that in his mouth.
Man,
I don't like that.
Man, but what is the answer to like what do you say to these women to get women to understand that they're birthing these type of dudes with this mentality? Like these dudes ain't just coming out of the blue. Like somebody raised them to have that type of mentality.
Well, I would say to any woman who it matters to, you don't want your son to have that little sugar tank and them sugar principles like Jennifer Hudson's ex has. You need to have them brought up around a man, a manly man, even if it's their uncle. You know, I found out in some places in Africa, the ladies let the uncle raise the boys because the uncle will always be in his life, not the boyfriend. You get what I'm saying? They let the uncle raise them. You be with your uncle. This is a man that's gonna be in your life for the rest of your life. And I was like, wow, that's such a great idea.
Damn, that's strong, man. That's strong right there.
The uncle literally takes on the boys in some of these tribes.
Yeah. Damn.
We need some uncles out here to take care of these boys. These boys can grow up watching a man conduct himself like a man. Because we sitting up here joking about Jennifer Hudson's husband, even though he probably never grew up around a man, Willie D. You know what I mean? A man who will show him how to go out and hunt, a man that'll show him how to go out, do what he got to do in life to become a man of principle and a man that's worth being proud of.
Well, you know,
I grew up with a single mom, and I love my mama to death, and she did her best. She did the best she could do, but I found out how much I missed out by not growing up around a man as I've been out here in the game.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know now what they call men. If you're a man, if you're a manly man, you know what they call you now. Well, you know what they call it. What they call it?
What they call it? What they call it?
They call it toxic masculinity.
Ain't that a trip? Ain't that a trip? You're trying to take manhood out the picture. You want everybody to act like one of these, what they call it in Jamaica. I think the word is baddie boy.
A baddie boy?
Baddie boy. I use words that people say you're not supposed to use no more. Faggot. I use that word. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, man, these kids growing up, man, they get taught to talk with lisp and always bow down to a woman and all like that. But then look at the state we in. You know what I'm saying? Caucasian males and women are in charge of everything. And look at the world. Look at America. Caucasian males and women are in control of everything. You know, if you feel like that's racist for me to say that, I don't know what to tell you. I'm telling you the facts. Caucasian males and women are in charge of everything. Look at how the kids are brought up. Girls be talking all that. They talk all that. Girl, what is the movement? Me Too movement, man. These girls be out here kill each other, man. These two girls I was dealing with got into a fight at the club just because they saw each other. And I'm like, y'all ain't even on the top roster spots. Y'all should be teaming up against me. I don't care nothing about damn water.
Man, when I was 18, I was dating this 30-year-old woman. She was a lawyer. She had a lot of bread, man. And, you know, she had a couple of cars. I had a car, but my car was raggedy. And it was a Maverick. You know what a Maverick looked like?
Yeah. By coincidence, something happened where I saw a Maverick. Yeah.
Man, it was a Maverick, and it was gray. The only reason why it was gray is because it was primed. I couldn't afford to pay for it to get painted. So the primer was gray on it, and it used to break down all the time. I used to drive. When I would drive it, I used to have one foot on the brake, one on the accelerator to stop it from turning off. You know, stop the engine from shutting down. So one day, you know, she tells me, she was real proper too. She's like, you know, you can just drive my car. You know, you can drive it, and if you like it, you know, you can have it. You know, and I was like, nah, I'm cool. Then another time.
But you know what that was, right, Willie D?
What?
You know what? I might say this word wrong, because some girl, this clinical psychologist put me up on this word. I think it's something to do with tocin. It's something that women release when you sleep with them. When you sleeping with a woman, especially if she like it, they will give you anything, but it's a moment of temporary insanity. That's what you have to trust me on. They want to give it to you because of what you're doing to them. But
right.
If you're not doing what they say, they want it back, or they want to put some stipulations on it.
Right, they can take everything back.
That's why you hesitated on whatever you're going to say right now.
Well, no. What I was going to say is that she also tried to buy me a television, like a big ass television. And I was like, nah, I don't want it. Cause I felt like that would be the gateway, like accepting those expensive gifts from her. I felt like it would be the gateway into me being lazy and relinquishing parts of my manhood. So I didn't accept any of those gifts from her. And trust you me, you know, I was struggling. I mean, I was self-sufficient and independent. And I just always, my idea of a man has always been to be a provider and a protector. And I can't see how a man can call himself a provider when somebody else is providing for him. I think that providing as a man, I think to be able to provide is right there at the top of manhood. Like that's got to be a character trait. It has to be something that you possess. You have to be able to be a provider. You can't be, consider yourself a man if you don't have that trait. I'm not saying that, that things don't happen and you might fall off or whatever, but you got to get right back on the horse because it's got to be in you. It's got to be innately in you to be a provider. And some of these dudes are not providers. They want to be taken care of. They want to be kept. And, women are kept. You dig? Yeah. And so when a man is kept, he take on feminine traits. And if you watch them type of dudes who like to be kept, they argue like women too. Yeah. That's real. They argue like women. They get very, very emotional and they do a lot of movement with their head when they're talking. And they use words, they use offensive words that women typically would use when she's being emotional.
That's real. That's real. What you said is right on point, Willie D, but I will say this about me. I am a provider for who and what I love. I can be with a woman and not provide for her simply because I don't love her. I ain't gonna lie. I tell you the truth. If I'm around a girl that I don't have feelings for, I explain to her what her worth is. That's one thing I'm bold enough to do at this stage in my life. I will tell a girl, look, I like doing this with you. This is what we do. Now, I can offer you money to keep doing it. When it play out, it play out.
Right.
And a lot of the girls I deal with are in poverty situations, Willie D. So what I offer them is really nothing out my pocket. It's the little dust. Mm-hmm. It's the change from the 100 that they want, that little $60, $70, $80. It works for girls in poverty situations. So I'm smart enough to deal with girls who are in need and not no woman who can afford to buy me a TV. I'll be like, oh my God, this is gonna go bad. But all the girls that need me, oh my God, we work out so perfectly because I got about 2 or 3 girls that I can tell they tired of me. They know they ain't never going nowhere. But $80, $90, they can't afford to pass that up. They have to work a whole day to get that.
If y'all
they'd have been got rid of me. If they was on, or if they had graduated from one of them little college programs on TV, they'd have been got rid of me. But when I come through, they know sometimes I give them the whole. You should see their face. Like, they be blown away, Willie. I swear, man. And it's not me being evil. It's a fair exchange. But I can't provide for them because sometimes they be like, well, I'm really behind this month. Well, I'm like, well, you really got to work hard.
Yeah.
What you do. But the problem is I got variety, so they can only make so much. I mean, there's other girls I got to see too. I just saw you last week. I need another week to really miss you again.
If you're just joining the show, you tuned in, you're right inside of the family meeting with Corey Holcomb, and we're discussing kept men. These guys who are in these relationships with women, and when the relationship goes sour, these guys tell the women, divvy up. I want to get paid. I deserve half. I kept you good. I kept the house down. I held the house down. I took care of the kids. I cooked the food. I inspired you.
Willie, let me ask you this, Willie, because I'm going to put you on the spot with this, but I got to ask you about kept men.
Yeah.
Willie, are preachers kept men?
Preachers are kept men.
That's what I'm talking about.
Preachers are. Preachers.
Man, I know a dude. His whole congregation is mainly women, and they put the money in the pot, and it goes straight to his bank account. I'm like, he kept.
Yeah.
Ain't no difference between him and Jennifer Hudson husband. In the real life, he could say this is the word of God or whatever you want to say.
Well,
I ain't mad at you. Do your thing. But bottom line, you get your paper from the lady.
Well, the thing is that, let me clarify something real quick.
I want to hear this.
I gotta say that most pastors are kept, and the reason why I'm saying this is because I do know pastors who come out of their pocket to keep the lights on in the church and stuff like that and help the congregation. My godfather was one of those type of pastors. He was type of dude that the whole neighborhood came to. Anytime somebody had a problem, they always came to him, and he fed a lot of people. And his congregation, he probably had a congregation of at least 3,000-4,000 people, but he only had 3 or 4 people in the church on Sundays because nobody came to church. They only came to him when they needed something. So, they would come and people would come and join the church. So he had a whole log of people that was actually members of the church, but nobody came and attended after they got what they wanted, and nobody paid tithes except me because I used to mow grass, and I worked for his landscape company, and that's how I paid for my school clothes from 10 years old to 18, cutting grass with my godfather. So he was not a kept pastor. He was one of those dudes that actually got out there and worked for his. But the difference. But the difference between a pastor though is that the pastor actually put in some kind of work though. Like the dude, well, I guess it's still the same thing. I guess. No, you're right.
No, I know some pastors, man. They are great speakers. Great motivational speakers.
Yeah.
They know how to take the word out the Bible and charge you up to get through the week and come back next week. And I ain't taking nothing away from them people with what they're good at. But I'm saying it's a lot of pastors out here who nothing great about them, and they full source of income come from the church. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is, I think it's one thing or another. You either a kept dude or a great hustler, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. Some of them don't put a lot back into the neighborhood. They put it into that Cadillac they got out front. You know what I'm saying? We got that pastor in Detroit, man. That pastor tell them what they got to pay.
Which pastor? Detroit.
I can't think his name, but his son was one of these little actors out here, Brandon. I can't think his name, but you're
not talking about that pastor that be hanging around Trump, huh?
Well, there's a lot of them like that. It's one from Chicago who be hanging around Trump. But he be finding a way to get money up out of Trump. Trump do like old boy used to do. He get money to the streets because he get them to rally behind him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all part of the game. I can't think of that pastor's name. Something T. Jackson in Detroit. Everybody from Detroit know what I'm talking about. He had this thing where he was laying on top of dudes. It's on the internet. Look at
I saw that one. Yeah. Yeah, I know that dude.
Like, this is good.
That's a cold game right there, man.
That's a cold game right there, man. Hey, look, I ain't hating on the man. Anybody who go to that church, y'all keep going in there and get what you got to get up out of it. But I'm talking about in the real world out here, when us people who head screwed on the way it's screwed on, that looks irregular.
Right. So at the end of the day, your verdict is any dude out there that's sitting up hustling off of a woman, that's a sucker.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. That's like the sucker move, man. It feel good to go out here in this world and find your way as a man, especially a black man, without preying on your people. Mm-hmm. P-R-E-Y. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
If you gotta prey on your people, you know what I'm saying, with stuff that you can't even, can't prove, stuff you can't get no dates about. I mean, it's something to really think about. But in the case of like with Jennifer Hudson and her husband, he just, he flat out. We all know who that is, man. People who don't look right next to each other. You can see the tension. You can see it. It's like
people that don't look right next to each other.
Right. It's some people don't look right next to each other, man.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, so y'all together, huh? All right. You got, when you see a new bowl of somebody back when he had his girl, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is lady, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Well, man, I appreciate you coming on the show, Corey, man. I got to come out. I'm coming to LA next month, and I'll be there for a whole month, man. So.
Oh my God, we gonna love that. Please come to the 5150 show, Willie.
Absolutely. Hell, I mess around and make it a weekly event.
That's what's up. It ain't no invitation necessary. You family. You one of the dudes that I met later in my life, but I have checked you out and you are thorough. I trust you more than I trust people I've been knowing for years.
Right.
I checked you out, but you thorough, man, and I'm proud to say that on the air because it's rare that you run into the thorough ones that ain't never got no gimmicks. When they talk, you can listen to them. You're like, because ain't nothing slick going on. I love you for that.
Right. Man. For sure, man. Love you, homie. Stay up, man.
Yeah. I will.
All right, no more talk. Yeah. Yes, y'all. TB, y'all like that song, Ghetto Boys? Yeah. Yes, y'all. You don't stop. So I'm finna get back to some shout outs, y'all. So let me know. Remember, straight what city, what state, and what country. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're representing. Alice Christie, what's up? What's up, John Doe? Who is that? Somebody straight, Poke Dog said that's a straight sucker. So did Victor Rodriguez said that's a sucker. Real talk. Man, I don't know where these type of dudes come from, man. But I also think these type of dudes hate women. I think those type of guys who lay up on women hate women because I just can't see myself ever being that type of dude. Kim Holmes says, I said there's a lot of lazy men out here today. If a man don't work, a man don't eat. I have always worked for mine. If I want to be with a man, I will. And if I love him and he loved me, I am faithful to him. Real talk. And here's something else. Personally, I don't feel that if a man don't work, not only do he should not eat, but he should not give any sex. He should not get sex. I can't even get excited. My money ain't right. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, man. That's a private thing right there. That's private. That's some private information. But if my money ain't right, I can't even get hard. That's how much of a man I am. I work for mine. I don't even know how they do it. I don't even know how women could lay up with. I don't even know how some women could get excited for a dude that they got to take care of. How does a dude like that get you excited? So it says something about you. Who raised you? Like, I don't understand that. I just don't get it. Where these dudes come from? Man. Be first. Facts. Yes, facts. I'm real talk, man, like, hey, and I got proof what I'm saying. I got proof, I got proof that if my money ain't right, if I'm focused on, even if my money is good, but I got business to do, I got business to take care of, to tend to, I can't get excited. You know, you got to let me do what I got to do first. And then when I come down, then I can give you all the attention you need and I can give it to you like you want it, baby. But I got to take care of my, because hell, man, if I don't take care of my business, then that has a trickle down effect. We can't have this life, you know. My kids get affected. My nieces and nephews are affected. My future is affected. People that I help outside of family is affected. Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. Miss Michelle say, give it to me, Willie. Only if you spell my name without the Y. Willie is spelled W-I-L-L-I-E. It's right here on your screen, baby. How do you miss me? How you miss it? Yeah. Joshua Maudie says, a lot of millennials don't even want to work. True story. Okay, so what is that? Cruda says, dominance should be in a man's repertoire, sexually, socially, etc. Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. But you know, these days they'll call it toxic masculinity. Let's get something straight. Ain't no such thing as toxic masculinity. Masculinity is masculinity. It is a such thing as a person who is domineering, a person who is overly aggressive, a person who is mean-spirited, a person who is deficient in conflict resolution. It's a such thing as a person who is angry. But just because somebody get angry or does something angry, it's toxic. The masculinity it's contributed to toxic masculinity. No, that's game, man. That's game to make men weaker. That's what that is. It's an assault on straight men to try to make straight men comply and become weaker. That's what that is. Don't let nobody fool you with that dumb shit talking about toxic masculinity. Notice nobody ever said toxic femininity. Because if there's such thing as toxic masculinity, of course there has to be a such thing as toxic femininity. But you never hear that. Why? Because the hit is out on straight men, not straight women. You dig what I'm saying? Watch these people, man. They slick. They real slick with it. Yeah, I know, John. There's something going on with my live today. It's just not, I don't know what's going on, but it's something on them people end, I know. Because my live usually just be jumping, just jumping. So I don't know what that's about. Joyce Bro says, nothing like masculinity. Love it. Tough Love Indigo says, my audio dropped. How is it now? Rap Life says, toxic brokertism. Toxic brokertism, real talk. That's toxic. Shit. Toxic cowardice. That's toxic. Being a coward. Having no principles. being disloyal. That's toxic. Black Ice go in here. They want men dressing like young thug, rap life say. Tone Bone says soon being straight is going to be a crime. Huh. Midget Mike, word if you notice more women kill men over money than men kill women over money. He says more women kill men over money than men kill women over money. You think so? You got to think about all kinds of killings. You can't just think about the shooting. You got to think about the the domestic or whatever. You got to think about the contract hits. The insurance cases. I like to know what that's like. Because it seems like to me I see about an equal distribution of those type of cases. That'd be something I need to ask my people in law enforcement. Yeah, you made me curious with that one. Let me know if you're just tuning in. Let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're representing. What's up, Royalty Consciousness? Ahmad Haish be Midbar. I used to steal my cousin's apple juice bottle when the grown-ups wasn't looking. And can I have some? And I try to bite the nipple. It's hard to figure out what you're trying to say there. Brandon T. Jackson, what up? What's up, Kizzy in Fort Lauderdale? Sugar Sweet. Marty McFly, Kansas City, Kansas. Sharice Agnew. And Bruh Dave. Jewel Norwood, Phoenix, Arizona. What's good? Jeff Rogers. West Point, Barbados. John Doe, West Point. Shalom from Barbados. What's up, Shalom? In the beautiful Caribbean. Eugene Godley, Bill Washington, North Carolina, checking in. Daisy Pickett says some men raised by single moms get used to being taken care of by a woman. Some girls grow up thinking that's how a woman should be, a caregiver. A woman should be a caregiver, I do believe, but a woman should not just be a sucker, like caring for some bum. You don't care for a bum, you care for a man, a viable, working, progressive, loving, caring man who is also a caregiver. You care for each other. You take care of each other. You look after each other. You love on each other. You just don't. But as far as just like having some man sitting on his ass, laying up, eating, and even if he cooking, I don't care, even if he cooking and cleaning up, whatever he doing. It ain't manly. Man need to be a provider. Get up, get out, and go get something. That's why, see, when a man don't work, what he does is that he gives up a piece of his manhood. Here's what I mean. A woman will be cool. Everything is cool as long as she's happy and you're doing everything she wants you to do. The minute you don't, she will boot your ass out to the point you have hemorrhoids. You the husband, you the boyfriend, you the man of the house, you everything, as long as you're doing what she wants you to do. But deep down in her mind, she really don't respect you. Now, some women might disagree with that. And if you're one of those women, more power to you. But I can tell you the majority of women would not respect the dude that they have to take care of. Now, they may love that dude, and because they love him, they're dealing with his lazy ass, but they won't respect him. Oh, no woman can respect a dude who is lazy and who she has to take care of. It doesn't even matter how much a woman makes, even if a woman does make a lot more than a man makes and the man goes out and works. A woman has the mentality, most women mentality is, what's yours is ours, what's mine is mine. So if you want them type of dudes who got money, you getting money, your woman getting money, then, and I know everybody's situation, financial situations are different, but I can tell you this, the more that woman have to pay, the less respect she's gonna have for you. That's a reality. I might not like what I said, but it's a fact. And if you think it's not, just put it to a test. I guarantee you come back in a few months or a few weeks or whatever, and you'd be like, oh man, you were right. This theory has been tried and proven, or disproven, depending on whichever side that you want to look at it from. John Doe, a man has to be a man, period. That's what I'm saying. My point. Jet Black says, sadly, today's world wants women in control and men acting as docile and sort of sick attempt at effeminizing men. See, I hear a lot of times dudes be like, well, you got to let me do this. No woman's going to let me do anything. I am who I am. So I act like a man, I move like a man, and a woman sees that and she accepts it or she doesn't. But no woman lets me behave like a man. That's like me saying, I got to let her be a woman. She's a woman or she ain't. You did? You're either man or you're not. Nobody's going to let me. I don't have to ask for permission to be a man. I don't have to ask for permission to lead. If I have a woman who has a problem with me leading, then I don't have a woman any longer. It's as simple as that. You have to find people, you have to connect with people who understands you, who gets you, and who loves you for you, and who's going to accept the person that you is. Being with a man who is a natural born leader is not for all women. It's as simple as that. So a woman has to do what makes her sleep good at night. But I can tell you this, every woman that I know who's with a weak dude has zero respect for that dude. She might love him, but she has zero respect for him. And that's throughout all my days. Every relationship that I've bared witness to over the years, since I was a kid, you see a woman running over a man, she has no respect for that dude. If he's docile, she has no respect for him. Simple as that. Now, you don't gain respect from a woman by being domineering and abusive and all of that. That's corny. That's clown shit. That's not what I'm saying. Being abusive and being aggressive don't make you a man. It makes your ass mental. Means something wrong with your ass. You need some help. Being a man is all about how you carry yourself, and you carry yourself with dignity and respect, and you work for what you want. And you take care of your responsibilities. You protect. That's manly. Daisy Pickett says, my parents taught me you work for what you want. My spouse should be the same. Then we share what we gather, then build together. Love from the Bay Area. Real talk. Build together. Yeah. This is what we're doing. Use what you're doing. Sometimes we work together. Sometimes I'm working from my side of the home. You working inside of the home. Sometimes we working at home together. We working at the business together. We building the business, but we working together. And each partner plays their position, and we build together. That's ideal. That's what's ideal. But a lot of these people today, man, they like changing it up. They be switching it up. But I also noticed that people, when they try to switch it up and go against conventional wisdom, or just the natural order of things, people just tend to have more problems when they go against the natural order. And we live in a type of society today, whereas people go with the flow. And they say, oh man, that's old. Well, this is what we're doing now. This is what we're doing today. Well, everybody's doing it. So we're doing it. And da-da-da. So most people have sacrificed their convictions, or I won't say convictions, because convictions are something that you have a strong feeling for. So I think some people have sacrificed their morals and principles for acceptance and to fit in. And so, man, I don't give a damn if I live to be another 100 years. There's certain things that I'm just not going to accept. I don't care how many people are accepting it. Yeah, I'm a leader, not a follower. And these people today are wicked, man. There's some wicked people out there. And if people don't treat you right, they're not going to teach you right. So why are we getting our cue from mainstream media? Why are we listening to these people who hate us? Trying to assimilate, be like them, and take our cues from these people, man. Man, it's not wise. They ain't never did not one thing that benefits us. They've never done anything to benefit us. Never. They never told us anything that could benefit us or done anything for us to move our culture forward. So why would we listen to anything they have to say? It don't make sense. We step in line, get in line, and try to be like them. It don't make sense. I can tell you right now, whatever Donald Trump say, I'm disagreeing with. Whatever his position is, my position is the opposite. Because I know that he don't like black people. Plus, I know that he's incompetent. I know he's not a smart person. He's uncouth. So why would I listen to somebody like that? Why would I want to stand next to somebody like that and take a picture? He can't call me and say, hey, let's bury the hatchet. Let's talk about it. I don't want to be nowhere around that dude. I don't care if he's the president of the United States. Oh, that's what it is. Joshua Mowdy says there's mass internet outages. That's what it is. You know, and my connection is slow also. So a lot of people weren't able to log on tonight because there's outages. I wonder what's that's about. Poke Dog say they letting the system be stronger than themselves. Yeah. True story. Don Dillon just say the hidden agenda is not hidden anymore. It really isn't. They can tell you exactly what they're gonna do, and people still gonna just fall in line because they didn't brainwash them to the point where they got them. Yeah, Booker, I don't know what's going on. Like they got me on this. You know, my numbers is like my numbers are ridiculous on the live. So we we probably operating at about probably less than 10%. So hopefully the next time I go live, especially Monday nights. Monday, that's the night. Monday nights. That's the night. So hopefully next Monday night, the signal will be back 100%, we'll have a healthy connection and everybody else can get in on the discussion. Jeff Rogers, Chicago in the building. What's up, Jeff? Appreciate you. Eugene Osborne, internet problems everywhere. Something is going on. I just don't know what. Yep. Midget Mike said a lot of tornadoes been hitting Texas recently. That could be why. Gifty Sine says this girl has a major crush on you. All right. I take crushes. I like crushes. MC8. HTV3 say, even if you're no longer brainwashed, many still don't have the wherewithal to know what to do to survive. Their insane agendas. Some say wake up or stay woke, but then what? Huh. What's up, Francis Atkins? So Spirit Mind says tornadoes have been hitting Florida Panhandle. South Florida has been getting remnants, but back home is beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. Let's see how that go. Martina Garetta. You all know where we need to embrace the whites, but keep pressing. Pressure can make anyone crumble. Kenneth Walker, what's good, Kenneth? John Doe said they don't like men like the father from Good Times. He is a real man, and this new society is afraid of that man. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. James Evans, my man. Jeff Rogers, Chicago in the building. Black Ice said, I have to disagree. What you disagree on, Black Ice? Talk to me. Cynthia Miles, Tucson, Arizona. Mark Ayers, London, England, tuning in. What's up, Mark? Appreciate you. Kamar Christie, West Palm Beach, Florida. Sir Willow, what up, Sir Willow? Davis Moore, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. What's up? What's up? Bucks in the house. What's up, Don Dillinger? People automatically assume Donald a smart businessman, but the fact that is his father left him so much bread and connections. The dumb almost blew that. Real talk. That just shows you how dumb some people are, though, man. They think they equate money, a person having money, with being smart. You can win a lotto, don't mean you're smart. You can win a lotto and you can drop out in the kindergarten and win the lotto. That don't mean you're smart. You can inherit money. That don't mean you're smart. You can have money passed down to you and the whole structure set up and people in place that your parents put in place to watch over you to make sure you don't blow the money. Don't mean you're smart. So a person should know Donald Trump ain't smart anyway, because he's bankrupted probably more companies than he's actually owned. You know, he's bankrupted more companies than he's actually made successful. That's what I'm trying to say. So the dude ain't smart by a long shot. He's one of the dumbest dudes. He'll probably go down in history as the absolute dumbest president America has ever had. The dude is slow for real. He's slow up top. There's nothing brilliant about him at all. His kid's dumb too. That's what you do when you don't like somebody. You know, you always make sure you throw the kids in there too. Don't give none of them a pass. But you know, something gotta be wrong with them anyway. If Donald Trump their daddy, if Donald Trump is their daddy, it's no way possible they could be smart, right? Can't be. They just kids with a whole lot of money and access and connections. So, and that's what they hide behind. Jamal Tarbert, keep up the good work. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Jamal. That'll do it for the live, y'all. Make sure y'all join me next week for the live. And I'll probably go live before that, but I'm talking about the family meeting. Every Monday night, 7 p.m. sharp, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will be going live. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thanks to my guest, Corey Holcomb, and my girl, Aria Jones. Y'all make sure y'all go out there and cast your vote and vote for Audia. I think she'll do a good job. Meantime, in between time, I ain't seen you, you ain't seen me.